2 seconds.
Are we live?
You see, yep, yep, we're
Oh,
live.
we are.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome along to the ILR Race of Champions. It's the ILR Jewel in the Crown, and alongside me tonight, I have got Jamie Mabata. We've got ILR 1 drivers, 8 of them. I've got 6 ILR 2 drivers and 6 ILR 3 drivers from this season. The fastest from the top 3 tiers are about to collide in a finale here at the Bahrain International Circuit. Will it be a man from ILR 1, an ILR 2 driver, or an ILR 3 driver picking up this great victory here in the Race of Champions? Well, Jamie, you're alongside me tonight. What do you expect from this one? It's going to be a cracker, isn't it? Surely.
Oh yeah. I expect fireworks. There's a lot of different people in this grid, as you said before. ILR 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I don't want to say straightforward that ILR 1 guy's going to dominate, but you saw what last Race of Champions in Germany. That was a pretty solid one. I mean, there was a good mix of drivers up there. Primarily ILR 1 drivers, obviously leading, but I think this is still going to be a really good race. I think we're still in for a good cracker. An absolute cracker of a race, mate.
I think it is going to be a cracker. It will be interesting to see how the ILR 2 and ILR 3 drivers perform in relation to ILR 1, but there was a consensus in the paddock and amongst us in the commentary box that ILR 1 would dominate this event, but we're about to find out. I mean, there's a few drivers from ILR 3. I mean, you've got to look particularly at the world champion, Brandon, or Lasan Gaming as he's known. And he's going to be threatening. And another question, of course, he's going straight up to ILR 1 next season, so it will be interesting to see, can he challenge the likes of the guys at the front? It will be one to watch, and that will be a quick preview you have to feel for what he's going to do in ILR 1 next season. Also, you get Billy of ILR 2, and who else in ILR 2? Corey's going to be in ILR 2 again next season. Matt Tibos as well. All ILR 2 drivers that we think could really threaten the ILR 1 field. But I mean, they're the main guys, I certainly think, that could contend. Paga as well, another one. Jamie, is there anyone else that sticks out from you in the lower leagues that you think can contend for to push higher up the field today and maybe outperform their league?
I don't know, man. It's like I said before, there's a lot of the quicker ILR 1 drivers. I don't know who else really could challenge besides the people you really just mentioned. But hey, you never know. It's F1, anything can happen. And I don't know, I guess we'll find out, right? As Corey starts his lap here. And this is a very awkward corner, from what I understand. I don't know, what gear is he going to take it in? He's in downshift all the way to third, second.
Second, yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of want to kiss that apex, but not, send the car out wide and ruin your line for turn 2. But Corey's done that perfectly well. As he makes his way up to turn 4, that's some decent top speed from that Force India, 189. Solid drive.
Corey flying. Corey is absolutely flying out there, of course, racing in ILR 2. Did go down from ILR 1 mid-season into ILR 2 because he was crying like a little baby, and it looks like next season he will be doing the same. Sorry, Corey, if you watch the stream back, that is a dig at you. But he will be in ILR 2 next season, and he will be hoping to contend for the World Championship. And before that, they'll be trying to show what kind of pace he has got here today against ILR 1 and against ILR 3. So Corey in that Force India, going down one of the 2 DRS straights on the racetrack in the middle sector, runs parallel to that start-finish straight, and now climbing up the hill in the Force India on the super soft tyres, and looking pretty handy out there at the moment. He's going to be heading now down the back straight towards the final corner. Oh, a little bit wide there, Jimmy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Running right out off the circuit and losing some valuable time in the Force India, but it is only a benchmark, his first one in the afternoon. I have heard a lot of drivers have been practicing very hard for this event. It is a prestigious event, and Corey's coming into practice there. Mercedes sets the benchmark at 1:28.5. Jamie, any idea what kind of times you could expect from the likes of Pistas, from the likes of Michelangelo, the main contenders for victory?
I think we'll definitely be in the 27s. I mean, Matt goes fast as 28.4. I think we'll see like a 27.8, 27.7 probably. I think Michelangelo, I don't know now. Michelangelo's done a 28.3. I don't know.
Yeah, and interestingly, Jamie, Matt Tibos of ILR 2 last season, only a 10 slower in that opening run, so flying the flag for those guys as Shimasi now goes quickest at 1:28.3. So maybe Michelangelo's time isn't the quickest, maybe he's got more in his pocket. It is a racetrack where drivers that don't run traction control, as a TC league, you can run traction control, but for those that don't, it tends to give you a slight advantage on this circuit. There is a few corners where you can gain some time with no traction, as Cliffy now goes second on a 1:28.3. Look how tight that is. The top 3 all in the 1:28.3s. Then you've got Matt in 4th, 1:28.4. Frisky CJ 5th, and Zeno Mercedes 6th, 1:28.5. Paga goes 7th. It's Beastas. Whoa!
Oh, there you
lowers
go.
the bar. Absolutely obliterates the fastest time with a 1 minute 27.695. And Jamie, wow. That's going to take some beating already, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I predicted something like that, to be honest. 27.6. Yeah, that's something I like.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Beastas' track though. To be fair, he did do very well here in ILR 1 in the season 2, so I expect that form to continue.
Well, he's absolutely annihilated the field in the opening run. 17 cars have went so far, and Beastas some 6/10 quicker than anyone else. And well, that's ominous. And the Williams mechanics look pretty darn pleased with that. We've got Corey in the pits after that scruffy opening run. Michael Davis in the pits too, and Ritson as well, who'll be coming back next season into ILR 3. And I've got to ask you about Michael Davis, Jamie. We spoke about this in Abu Dhabi. He'd been practicing hard for the Abu Dhabi race and put on a good show. Could he once again here today deliver?
I don't know, mate. Depends if he can keep his head on. We'll see. I mean, there is 6 minutes left in qualifying, and there's no action going on in the garage, so you have to wonder what's going on inside that garage, and most importantly, inside his head. I guess we'll see as Ritson comes out, and there's still no action from Michael Davis' side of the garage, but we'll see with his 5 minutes left. They should probably get out there as soon as they can. I'm not too sure.
They really should get out there, but Billy's out there at the moment. He's a second off the pole, and he's climbing up through the gears in that middle sector, coming to the end of that middle sector, 2/10 up on his current best, so a chance to go into possibly the top 6 places in the McLaren Honda. Billy heading down towards the final corner. Down that back straight he goes. McLaren Honda not the quickest in the straight line into that final turn now, and he looks pretty darn tidy out of there.
Yeah, that's well nice.
Yeah, looking really good as Billy now heads for the line. Surely he's going to move up into at least the top 6. No, he seems to lose time. And he only goes up 1 place ahead of Paga into 8th. So Billy, the only man out there pushing hard, everyone else in the pits apart from Ritson, who's on an outlap, manages to climb up into 8th place. Not quite able to use the clean air on the racetrack to climb up as far as he might have hoped. But very tight behind Beastas. If it wasn't for Beastas, the field would be separated by very little in comparison. I mean, Beastas 6/10 ahead of everyone else. Then Shimasi, Cliffy and Michelangelo all within a half a tenth of one another. Matt, CJ, Marzena Mercedes, Billy around a 10 separating those guys too. So very, very compact behind Beastas. So is there anyone that is going to be able to raise themselves up out of that pack and get within range of Beastas? It's going to be a tall order, but you've got to feel Cliffy, Michelangelo, Shimasi, these seem like the guys that will do it. Even Michael Davis, if he's got the pace in his locker. And it's going to be one to watch as Billy is returning to the pits. He's actually trying to heat his tyres up. So Billy on his way back to the pits. But Jamie, a 2-stop strategy or 1-stop? What do you think will be the choice in the race tomorrow? Surely a 2-stop.
Yeah, 2-stop, but I mean, you're obviously going to have little kids like Michelangelo pulling in a 1-stop. So I mean, I expect super soft medium or super soft super soft, which I feel like, I don't know which is actually quicker, to be honest. I feel like the 1-stop is quicker here if you can manage the tire wear. I don't know.
Well, we know.
I guess we'll find out.
Michelangelo is really capable of that. So
yeah.
Maybe it might not be plain sailing for Beastas. He might be dominant in qualifying, but we know Michelangelo is capable of doing a 1-stop strategy when everyone else is doing 2. And if not that, he can pick softer tyres than everyone else to get that 1-stop completed. So it's certainly one to watch. But Ritson is out there now. He's currently last of all the runners. He's on a quick lap. 29.1 through the first sector, I believe. And he's now heading down that back straight in the Mercedes, rejoining ILR next season. And Jack Gooding, you're with us, aren't you? I think you're there, Jack, aren't you?
Yeah, good evening. Yes, I am, Andy. I'm not finished, mate, just unlike you. But yeah, I'm here, Andy. Just listen to some of your words. I'm watching the stream back on YouTube, so obviously not on the lobby. But got to say, what a lap from Beastas. What a lap! Yeah. Incredible. But I watch out for Shimasi though. He's very quick at this track. He was quite close, and Michelangelo, he did a 27.4 in practice earlier, so I don't think that's for 2 times. So we'll wait and see what comes up.
Okay, thanks for that. Ritson has come back into the pits. I was going to ask you a quick word on Ritson. He's coming back into ILR next season, and he's coming into ILR 3. What's the reasoning behind that? Any thoughts on that?
He's not had really other time to practice. He's been at university, so he just wants to get his foot back in the door with us. So ILR 3 is a good spot. He maybe gives him a little incentive to sweat if he's got a chance of a title. I think ILR 2 is probably a little bit out of reach at the moment, but you never know.
Okay, thanks for that, Jack. One to watch as we now ride on board with Cliffy, Ritson currently last of all, not setting a time. There is Michael Davis, neither has Corey. Those three all down at the back without a time on the board. Even Brandon's not set a representative time. Your ILR 3 champion, 10 seconds off the pace at the moment. But we're right on board with Cliffy, heading down in that middle sector through the first of two tight hairpins. Onto the throttle, the rear end sliding ever so slightly. Now down into an even harder corner. Jamie, this is really tough.
This was an absolute pain.
Understeer wide. It's a nightmare. But Cliffy got it spot on, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Didn't drag that tire clean across the surface too. That's the last thing you want to do. Just flat spot those tires. This corner's kind of a pain too. You can't get the power down properly.
But Cliffy is on a quick one. Here we go through the middle sector, 28.3. And now towards the final part of the lap. This is the business end of qualifying. We've got 1 minute and 20 to go. Ritson has retired. There will be no time from him. And that almost proves why he's going to be in ILR 3 next season. Here comes Cliffy, round at the final corner, heading for the start-finish line. Here we go. It's currently third. Can he raise the bar and climb into the 27s? Can he challenge Beastas? Very nearly. 28 flat, 3 and a bit tenths shy. Still some distance to find. Beastas has just started a new flying lap. But we've got Shimasi, we've got Michael out there.
Michael dragging that front tire across turn 10. Absolute pain of a corner.
Jamie.
Is that our Mercedes?
Jenna Mercedes in the final corner, heading for the start-finish line, currently 7th, goes 3rd, half a second away from Beastas. So the times are coming. Here comes Michelangelo in that Sauber, a change from what we see usually in the McLaren this season, but now in the Race of Champions, in that Sauber, heading out of the penultimate corner. Beastas' time is not going to be any quicker. He's retired from the session. No moving target. It's a simple 1:27.695. The target for Michelangelo. He rounds the final corner. The Greek driver heading for the line. Can he take top spot in Race of Champions? No, it's a 27.9. He's 3 tenths away.
Shimasi can improve.
Cliffy's going quick again. 6,000's up in his current best.
Shimasi. So, yeah.
Shimasi. Second quickest. Matt's second at the moment, going again. Frisky CJ in the final part of the lap. Here is Frisky CJ in the Williams car. Teammates with Beastas for this one-off event. Heading towards the final corner. In the Williams, rounding that final turn now. He's very, very wide. He's currently 7th quickest. Surely this is not going to move him up. Not the greatest final turn for CJ. Heads for the line, and he stays 7th. And he's seen the checkered flag. Paga, Clippy improves, but Paga's coming to the line. Only 9th at the moment. He goes 6th. What an effort from the ILR 3 driver. Great effort from Paga. Michelangelo's backed out. Shimasi's backed out. So who can improve? We've got Matt still going quickly. Wamy's out there. Corey in the final corner, heading for the start-finish line. No improvement, I don't think, from Corey. Currently 11th, stays 11th. It's me's gone 12th, your ILR 2 champion. Paul 13th and abandoned the lap. Brandon only 16th, 1.3 off the pace. Michael Davis, one to watch on his final run, his only run of qualifying. In the Mercedes, round the final corner, your ILR 1 champion from 2 seasons ago, heading round the final corner, heading for the line, and he's heading for the pits to really just take all the excitement out of that. Thanks for that, Michael. Thanks very much. So what about Matt? Round the final corner, currently 8th, doing a good job, heading to ILR 1 next season, a climb up from ILR 2, is he proving the point? He goes 7th quickest, 7 tenths away, solid effort, but everyone else, I think, has seen the checker flag or backed out of their laps. And that means to say that Beastas has taken pole position with that early effort, the 1:27.695. Shimasi goes second, VRT Cliffy in third. Jamie, great time from Beastas. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a solid time, especially in one effort too. And that's almost 3 tenths of a second. It's somewhat of a big gap in F1. So I mean, I think Beastas has got his qualifying pace set up and he's got his race pace set up. I think we'll see. We'll find out in the race. But that's a really stunning time. That's really quick.
Yeah, Beastas looking really strong for the race. But as we've mentioned at the top of the show earlier on in the session, we know that Michelangelo, who's in 4th position, is really good at saving tyres. They might either be able to do one less stop, and if not that, use softer compounds of tyres to get to the end of the race. So he will be one to watch. Always one with great race pace. So one to watch, Michelangelo. Cliffy as well. We know what he's capable of. He can take it a few times. As actually, did you see that there? Michelangelo and Cliffy swapped places there.
Yeah.
Same lap time,
no, Cliffy was ahead of Michelangelo and then they swapped them at the very end.
Yeah, they've swapped them.
I guess because Michelangelo's time was actually first, so it put him back in the right order then, if that's the case.
Okay, well there you go. I mean, that just shows you how tight it is at the sharp end. I mean, nothing separating Michelangelo and Cliffy. It went down to the fact that Michelangelo's time was the first of them. But there you go. There is your Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying roundup. Bistas on pole for Williams, the world champion. Shows why he's the king of the top 3 leagues in qualifying a 1:27.695. 2.5 tenths quicker than Shimasi in second, who's put in a solid effort. And Jack highlighting earlier on that he is very quick round this circuit. Michelangelo, third quickest, and did the exact same time as Cliffy. Incredible there. Zena Mercedes was 5th, Paga 6th, the top Dutchman, and Matt was 7th. Silent Assassin 8th, Frisky CG 9th, and Wami rounds out the top 10. Billy 11th, Cody 12th, It's Me 13th, 14th Paul, 15th Afri, 16th Lexi, 17th was Lisanne, 18th Owen, 19th Michael with no time, and Ritson was the exact same, no time at the back. So Jamie, a start of qualifying, could you pick one? I've got to say, it was a great effort from Paga in ILR3, going 6th quickest, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, great effort. I mean, sorry, I just skipped over the times. I just skipped that intro. But that's a solid effort. I mean, of course I expected the gaps the way they are, but I mean, it's kind of cool watching some people who have been promoted to ILR1, like Matt and so, they're still within like a second, even half a second of Beastas' time. And obviously Beastas is one of like the top, like basically is the top driver in ILR1, so it's kind of good to see the gaps, and it gives you kind of an indication of where some of these new guys will be come Australia next season.
Yep, and I've got to ask Jack Gooding, I presume you're still there watching on the stream. Anyone else that caught your eyes? Maybe Matt Tibbers?
Matt, very good run in there. Showing he's got the pace to compete in ILR1, which is great. But I remember ILR1 last season, well, this season 2, Frisky did a one-stop and he got P3. So I was speaking to him before the race. He said he might try and do it. So it would surprise me to see a couple of one-stoppers try and cheek their way into a podium. But 2-stop, I think, would be the main.
Yeah.
And would you say that would be super soft, medium, super soft? Is that what you see from most of them?
Yeah,
maybe Michelangelo tries medium, soft, sorry.
Medium.
Maybe Michael try super soft, maybe to try and do something different, I don't know.
It depends on the tyre wear. I mean, you can see Ritten's on the medium, so he's going to go long, and a lot of the guys outside the top 10 are on soft, so I think see how it goes.
Yeah,
I think traffic's... Sorry. I think traffic could be an issue. It's a short pit lane as well, so 2-stop is probably the best option if you have the pace. But if you guys at the back, Owen, Mike and Ritz, and I'd say it's a case of just stick on a harder compound and just see if you get a good start and see we end up in the field. But 2-stop, I reckon, for the majority. But I could see a cheeky few 1-stoppers, maybe from the likes of Frisky, maybe It's Me as well, and Paul. But we'll see.
Yeah, will be one to watch, and of course when you don't really have a pace advantage over guys in higher leagues, you might need to really try something like that. So, as you say, Jack, possibly a cheeky podium and a cheeky big points finish from a few of the cars. But yep, as we always do in the formation lap, we'll give you another quick rundown. Everyone that won the super softs down to 12th position, so the top 10 starting in the tires they must start on. So Bistas, Shimasi, Michael, Cliffy, Zena Mercedes, Paga, Matt, Silent Assassin, Frisky CJ, Wami, all forced to start on super softs. Billy and Cody, fresh super softs for them. It's Me is on the softs. Paul's gone super, Afri soft. Flexi in 16th has gone for super softs. Then it's Lisanne, Owen and Michael Davis all on softs. And Ritson, as Jack has already touched on, at the very back on those medium compound tires. So he'll be one to watch. All the guys on the softs further down the field, could they maybe... Jamie, what do you think? Could they maybe intervene with the fight at the front?
Oh yeah, 100%.
When those guys at the front hit?
It depends on what. Again, it depends on the strategy they're doing. I say if they're doing like a 2-stop, they'll 100% they'll intervene with the strategy. If it's a 1-stop, I don't think so as much because I mean, wow, there's a lot of people disqualified on the laps. But I feel like Beastas, if he's doing the 1-stop, he'll probably pit and come out like probably in like I don't know 5th, 6th, especially with the pace that he has. But like everyone else, like you know Shimasi, everyone else down to like 10th. I can see their races getting intervened. People, I don't know. I can see a big battle basically when people pit. That's gonna be a very interesting part to watch.
Well, it's all set. We're about to find out who is going to be the King of Kings, the Champion of Champions. It's ILR1 colliding with ILR2 and ILR3. There's 20 cars, a full grid here. 8 from ILR1, 6 from ILR2, 6 from ILR3, and we're about to find out who is the main man when the lights go out. Lights out in Bahrain, and it's Pistas away from Paul. Shimasi, who's great on this circuit, alongside and already moving his Toro Rosso alongside Pistas on the run towards turn 1. Pistas has the upper hand, but it's the inside for Shimasi. Pistas just about clings on, sweeping round the outside, holds his lead. Shimasi second, Cliffy third, Michelangelo fourth, Senna Mercedes fifth, Matt sixth, Paga seventh. Clean start all round, Jamie.
Yeah, that's a very clean start. It doesn't look like there's any debris all over the track. It's good to see. Pistas really squeezed Shimasi up against the pit exit though, and managed to hold his position. I don't know how. I think Cliffy should have just broken a bit later, but he holds his position. His yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2.
Oh, CJ is off. Right down to the back of the pack, holds Frisky CJ, a disastrous start to his race-off champions. He's gone right down to the back, maybe a spin of some sort. Wami's right down in 18th place too. It's me's lost a few places. And who else has dropped down? Let's have a quick look.
Yeah,
the position
it
change
seems to be.
So
I think there's problems. There's problems with It's Me's car, or maybe not. I think he's just still battling hard with Wami. I don't think there's any damage from any one of the cars. Everyone seems to have all their end plates intact, which is a very rare thing. Right. Yeah, but so far so good. I mean, it may have been just a bit of collisions, but the field is still so compact going through turn 12 up to turn 13. But it seems like everyone has it quite well, as Mike is throwing it down the inside of Owen Wyatt. What a move. They're still side by side though, and Owen seems to have the drive out of the corner a lot better than Mike did. Jeez, the straight line speed was a bit different. Oh, it's getting close there. I think Renault tried to look down the inside as well. That's getting way compact there.
Yeah, very, very tight. Meanwhile, Pistas has opened out to 1.2 seconds over Shimasi after the first lap, so the ideal start for him down the start-finish straight. You've got Billy and Corey going side by side. Corey and Billy into turn 1. Is Corey making the move?
Oh, Corey's still holding around the outside. Yeah, he's done it. He's done it, but he's going to have a poor run. He's going to have a poor run, though. Billy's going to have him right here. Corey doesn't defend. Billy's going to go to the inside. Oh, that straight line speed from Corey is insane, though. Pole looking left and right. The two Salbers. Flexi trying to go around the outside of Appy Fritsch. Pole's got to move down on Corey. Corey ran just a bit too wide, though. Jeez. A lot of moves going on back there.
Corey having a bit of disaster there. Drops behind Billy and now
one of the Hasses are well off.
Haas off the road as Corey comes back at Paul side by side. Corey gives a traction out of the corner and gets back ahead of Paul. They're still side by side. They're still debating 10th place, but Corey gets back ahead and having attacked Billy and lost out. He nearly lost out to Paul, but he fights back and holds on to that 10th place. And as you say, one of the Haas cars in the background sliding away off the road. Was it Flexi? Or was
I think it was. It must have been after if he's the car behind. As Mike and Owen are still dueling hard here. I think, yeah, Mike's got the move done. And now it's me trying to have a look at Owen here. Does he get the move done? No, Owen holds him back. But wow, it's very compact here between 11th all the way to about 19th. Jeez.
Yeah, and as we expected, I think we mentioned it before the show, before we were on air. We mentioned it all week. We felt that ILR2 and ILR3 boys will be closer together than the gap between ILR1 and 2, and it's proving to be the case very early on. ILR1 and 2 battling like crazy further down the field. But out in front of this Pistas now 2 seconds ahead of Shimasi with Cliffy right behind him. We've got a duel into turn 1 between Senna Mercedes and Silent Assassin. Senna Mercedes, it was and Michelangelo it was.
Oh my god. Look how close everyone is.
Yeah, Cliffy as well getting really racy behind Shimasi, who's unable to keep with the pace of Pistas. So Cliffy looking really racy. Shimasi under a little bit of threat out at the front of the pack, but Pistas at the moment, Jamie, looking ominously quick, isn't he? Looking really good.
That's what I kind of expected, though. Cliffy looks to be trying to challenge Shimasi, though. Shimasi might...
Oh, yellow. Corey's off. Corey's down. Yeah, way off the road, and he's going to drop right to the back and rejoin up with Frisky CG, who spun in the opening lap. So Corey drops to the back of the field. I didn't see why. And now Brandon and Ritson having a little duel over 17th and 18th, right down at the foot of the field. But a little bit scrappy at times, some good racing, some not so good racing. It's a shame to see Corey spinning to the back as Flexi gets really close to the back of Paul. In that battle for 10th and 11th, two Ferrari engines, two different teams, Ferrari against Haas. And Flexi tucked right up behind Paul as they go down that back straight towards the final corner. And Flexi not quite close enough to attack Paul just yet. He's going to have a look to the inside. Maybe frighten Paul into a move to the inside to defend, but no, he's going to set it up here, Flexi. Paul gets a little bit of curb on the exit of the final corner. Now across the start-finish line, they're debating the final points being position. Obviously it's the race of champions, there's not really any points at stake, but in a standard race there would be. And now Flexi up the inside, using the DRS to his advantage, completes the move going into turn 1, and Flexi up at the 10th place. But Paul Trying to come
Paul
straight
did a
back
good
at
run.
Flexi. Oh, fantastic
Oh, what a
run.
run.
Paul McGuinness. Right up behind the Haas, almost pushing him through turn 3, and now he's going to go side by side with the Haas. Can he retake?
The Williams
Flexi?
off.
Oh, still dueling really hard, the two of them. Look at that. It's going to continue all the way down the hill. Single file through, you folks, be careful. And Flexi clings on. Now, will Paul try something on the inside? No, he will not. And Flexi is up into 10th place. Good racing there, Jenny. Exciting.
Oh, yeah, good racing. I saw Williams go flying off into a wall. I don't know what that was, but he's kept the car. Corey and CJ are all over the track, though. I'm not too sure what's going on. Brandon's dropping back at a rate of knots, too. He's unable to hold on to Ritson. So I'm not too sure what's going on back here in the battle for 16th. But Ritson is opening up a gap on Brandon. As Paul and Flexi are still going side by side through turn 11. Paul trying to go there instead.
The other half of Affrey to get involved. Now Flexi's under pressure from his teammate. Paul and Flexi side by side. Affrey waiting to pick up the pieces of any incident that unfolds here. Flexi on the inside. Paul forced to the outside. Now you've got Affrey picking up the double toe as they go down towards the final corner. It's a drag race between Paul and Flexi. Affrey says, I fancy a little bit of this. The German driver has a little look. Flexi completes the move on Paul on the inside.
Runs Paul off track.
Gets involved. What a race. That's going to allow Michael Davis to be in there soon as well. Flexi just a nose ahead of Paul McGuinness as they go down the start very straight. Hartley pulls alongside Paul and moves into the slipstream behind his teammate.
Surely he's not going to turn on his teammate. Oh,
no, he's
thinks
not.
twice.
And is he ahead of Paul though? Paul's still there.
They're still side by side.
Him off. Onto the curb goes Affrey. The German
Mike.
driver up the track. Michael Davis crashes in the background.
Whoa.
Into the wall. Lights up the rears and goes sliding off into the gravel, and somehow he is not out of this Grand Prix. Big off for Michael Davis, Jamie.
Huge off. Whoa. I wonder if he's still alive in that car. I have no clue. I think the wing's still intact. I'm not too sure, but wow.
Big off. Big off. So now you get two Haas cars and two Ferrari cars dueling over that 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th places. And there's quite a gap there actually between Flexi and Billy. Opening up 3.7.
Yeah,
so
those guys are battling very, very hard. Because that gap was below a second until Flexi, Affrey, and Paul started battling. So they did lose a lot of time. Because you can see the all the way up to about 16th have all compacted right behind him again. Wimmy, Ismi, and Owen have all caught back up.
A real ding-dong battle going on for what would be in a normal race for the final poise position from about 10th downwards. It would be some scrap for 1 point, wouldn't it? A lot of effort going in, and unfortunately Flexi unable to keep the pace. Yeah, Billy in front because they're all busy battling, and now Affrey's run a little bit deep. Now Paul fancies a little look at the back of him. The Scotsman pulls alongside the German as they go down the start-finish straight here in Abu Dhabi, side by side. Now Paul feels it might need to come back into the toe there. He's not really getting alongside enough. Can he outbrake him? He's going to try to. And that's late braking for Paul. Affrey though on the outside. The cars are getting a lot of joy on the outside of turn 1, aren't they, Jamie?
Yeah.
And they're keeping themselves ahead.
I think Paul should have just slaughtered back right into the slipstream though. Is that Red Bull? Who's that Red Bull defending from? I think that's Owen and It's Me holds his line from Owen though. As there's a battle up in P4, I think.
Yep, trying to materialise in the battle for P4 between Cliffy and ZR Mercedes. Where is... Oh no, Michelangelo's third. I thought I'd lost him there, but I've not. He's running in third and he's dealing with Cliffy and ZR Mercedes. So those guys all in a little scrap. As Pistas opens up his gap to 4 seconds. Shimasi showing his strength on this track, holding off Michelangelo quite easily at the moment. 1.8 seconds ahead of him. So good effort from Shimasi as well, Jamie, you got to say. But he's unable to keep with the flying Pistas, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, that was a given to be honest. But I mean, he's holding his own from Michelangelo, which is really slow to see. But Cliffy's still been sat right behind Michelangelo, even though Michelangelo hasn't been in DRS for a bit. That four-cylinder doesn't have the straight line speed to pull past that Sauber, and that's going to do ZR Mercedes' head is because he's in a double toe and he's kind of just sat there. Silent Assassin is doing quite well too. He's only 1.9 off these guys. Oh, he's changed. Cliffy's in.
Oh, Cliffy's in. And so is Silent Assassin.
Well then, here we go.
Silent Assassin. He's done a great job, hasn't he?
Yeah, until he came speeding into the pit lane. But he's been doing a solid job, yeah.
Oh, the commentator's right there. Sorry, Silent.
Billy's caught up to Paga a bit. Unless they've just been right by each other the whole time.
So, Silent Assassin in the pits and back out on his way. He will have a 5-second penalty added to his time, so that's frustrating for him. And just in front of him, Cliffy rejoins the circuit. They're down in 17th place and 18th place. They're on the soft tyres. So it looks like it might be Super Softs
Super soft,
softs,
super
possibly?
soft, possibly. Either super soft, soft. Oh my god! Billy's had a huge moment going through the S's there. He cut across the gravel. He somehow kept the McLaren in one piece. But as you're saying, I think it's going to be super soft, super soft is easily doable without too much stress on the tires.
Okay, well that looks like it will be the case then. So looking good for those guys. Will anyone out in front try a one-stop? Will Michelangelo be able to go super softs to mediums? He might try it. He's certainly one that loves a little experimentation on the tyres, trying a different strategy from everyone else. He is around 8.5 seconds off B-Stas at the moment, so I think at the moment if he did try a one-stop, he would have his work cut out keeping B-Stas behind him. But I think at the moment it might be worth trying, because he's not going to beat B-Stas as it is at the moment, is he?
No, no.
Sorry, 6.8 behind. He's not 8.5, 6.8 behind he is.
So, who's that going side by side? That's Woome and Owen White going back at it again. I think Woome's super softs are starting to go off. I think he's probably going to pit this lap. I don't know. Both Ferraris are on the super softs, and neither one of them are pitted yet. So you got to wonder what this race strategy is there. Woome goes ultra defensive towards the pit wall, followed by Owen and it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, he's left it a bit late. He's left it a bit late. That's going to give him. That's going to put him under attack from it's me. That's going to put him on attack from it's me as he goes sideways through turn 3. Oh man, I don't know how he caught that.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's me getting really excited because the two Northern Irish drivers doing battle, and Owen Wyatt gets in
Owen's blown the brakes.
Undercut from Woome, back up the inside goes Woome. Owen Wyatt a little bit too hot on the brakes, and then it's me who's climbing all over the back of them. The ILR2 champion fancies a little bit of this. Owen Wyatt cuts the corner now and nearly.
Oh, so does Paul. I think
wow.
loads of drivers are cutting that corner. I think they're just losing the tires completely.
Oh, and Woome and Owen Wyatt nearly making contact again, and that's me is just right there waiting for any incident to unfold in the battle for 11th, 12th and 13th. So Owen Wyatt again has got to try once more behind Woome. He's looking quite racy, looking quite quick. His tyres in the window at the moment, because remember he did start on soft compound tyres, so they will be fresher. The super softs should be starting to struggle a little, and that is why Owen Wyatt and it's me are climbing all over the back of Woome. After Fritsch as well, he's going to be one to watch. He's 9th at the moment on softs. He'll be closing in Flexi as well before that pit stop, so certainly one to watch. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Well, I don't know why. That's
oh my goodness me, CJ's absolutely destroyed the front end of that Williams. I think him and Cliffy may have made contact. I don't know.
Must have. As Woome comes in for a new set of softs, I would think. A few guys going to mediums. Billy, Paga, Ritson, all going to mediums. Soft tyres going on for Woome. So are these guys going softs then?
Well, the softs can do like 13 laps, and the super softs, a fresh set of super softs can do like 10.
It's going to be one to watch. Looking very interesting. But out in front, B-Stas now 6.8 seconds, Jamie.
Yeah.
Fine. Shirazi's now been reeled in a little bit by Michelangelo, and I'll tell you why that is. Michelangelo, good on his tyres, and that has allowed him to close in on Shimasi. He's looked after his tyres for a few laps, and now he's coming back at the back of the Toro Rosso. 4 been a bit tense between them, and now you've got to fancy Michelangelo to get the jump on Shimasi, either now before the pit stops, or in the pit lane on this lap. But I think Michelangelo would prefer to go longer. But it looks really racy behind Shimasi. I think the best thing Shimasi could do now is pit.
Yeah.
To try and cover off any Michelangelo overtake. As they go through the final corner.
He needs to do one more lap if he wants to do a one-stop.
Shimasi continues, and now Michelangelo can smell blood. He will sense an opportunity to take the place away from Shimasi. 7.3, the gap up in front. Here comes Michelangelo. Oh, he thinks better of it. No lunge on the brakes from him there. Shimasi holds firm, holds second place, but Michelangelo, certainly the man on the move at the moment, looking very racy. Here they go then, up towards turn 4. And is this the moment? Yes, it looks like it. Michelangelo
down the inside.
and the Sauber completes the move, and Shimasi has got no answer because his tyres are completely finished. And once again, the brilliant tyre management of Michelangelo strikes, and he climbs up into second. So now, has he got the tyre right to start attacking B-Stas? I'm not so sure. It's going to lose after from the race. Yeah. Michael Davis as well. So we've lost Michael Davis and Affy from the race. I don't know why, but those two will not be crowned Race of Champions winner this season. So it's a game up for those two. But back out in front, it is Beastas on course to do what you could call the League and Cup double, couldn't you, Jamie?
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Well, I'm just gonna watch. It's me here going side by side with Owen. Wow, he just got the absolute traction out of that corner. I think they're both on softs though, so I don't know what happened there, but It's Me got the job easily done out of turn 10. Brilliant traction. As ZR Mercedes got the jump on Shimasi, how's that happen? There was a 2.5-second gap between the two of them.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Shimasi's tyres must be absolutely finished.
Yeah.
ZR Mercedes now ahead of him, and Shimasi is surely going to come into the pits in this lap. He is, as is Michael, as is Beastas, as is ZR Mercedes. They're all coming in. So this is the one-stop lap. Shimasi barely get it slowed down there. Well, he does just about get the car stopped before he either broke the speed limit or clouted the back of the Red Bull in the pits in front of him. But here comes Shimasi into the box now. But yeah, interesting to note there, Jamie. It's Me ahead of it, Owen Wyatt. He got the move done on him.
Beastas
to make a move.
I'm sorry, I had to say Beastas is one lucky man to come out ahead of that gaggle of cars there. So yeah, he's basically set for the race win. I mean, no one's gonna get in his way now. It's a one stop to the end for him. He just needs to clear Flexi, and Flexi's gonna pit probably at the end of this lap. So that's yeah.
We did talk about that, Jamie, didn't we? We said, would these guys get in the way of the guys on at the front? And unfortunately,
I knew they wouldn't cut
the sake of the Grand Prix. Beastas has been freed and nobody else has. They've all got to be stuck behind him. Cliffy has got to clear. Lisanne, Owen Wyatt, It's Me. Goodness me, 3 cars, and surely now it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So Cliffy is ahead of Michelangelo, and Michelangelo's got to clear Ritson and Silent Assassin. So this is going to really hurt these guys' races.
What has Cliffy done? Straight into the back of Lisanne, and he's damaged part of his wing. I don't know why he left the brake so late. So that's already race ruining right there. But he looks like he's doing a 2-stop, so he's gonna have to get that wing replaced and probably go for the mediums as soon as possible.
Yeah, I've just seen Jack said in the comments that it looks like the drivers are doing super soft, soft, super soft. Can some do super soft, medium? I think that the guys that pitted on that lap just there are doing just that, super soft, medium. But Flexi is also going to do that. He's surely going to come in on this lap, and that would hamper, that would help Beastas even more. And no.
Oh no, he's not. He's going to defend from Beastas though. Beastas falling the slipstream on Flexi. And look at the straight line speed. Wow. Right, Flexi goes to defend, moves to the inside. He's going to force Beastas to go around the outside. Oh wow, Beastas made that easy though. Yeah, superior tires.
Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant driving from the world champion. A world champion makes a champion's move. And I think Flexi wanted to stay out to try and make a Grand Prix of this, but
yeah, he tried.
There was nothing he could do on those tyres, and Beastas slips into the lead, and surely he'll disappear off into the Bahrain sunset as the floodlights begin to come on around the Bahrain International Circuit. Beastas off into the distance, and he is going to be the race of champions champion by the looks of it, unless something dramatic happens. So Flexi still going out there on those super soft tyres, as is It's Me on softs. Clippy frustrated behind him, damaged his front wing on the back of Brandon. He's now ahead of Brandon. He's down at 5th position. Ritson 6th out there on the medium from very early on. Then it's Silent Assassin 7th. Michelangelo is 8th. Sarah Mercedes 9th. Shimasi down to 10th now. He's in a horrible pit stop phase. Billy is 11th. And with Shimasi right on his tail. Paga 12th. Matt is 13th. 14th is Wami. 15th Paul. 16th on Wyatt. 17th Frisky CJ. And Corey is at the back in 18th after Fritch and Michael Davis out of this Grand Prix. So
Corey's out too. I don't know why it says. I'm just looking here for the battle for, I was looking at the battle for 5th, but it looks like Michelangelo versus Silent here versus Ritson. So that's going to be another battle we have going on here. As Billy leads the session, I think it was a disconnection. Yeah, it was disconnected. So Paga and Matt are going to go straight past him. But Ritson doing well in P6, and he's pitted. I think he's going to go for this. Oh, he's not. Wait, has he pitted? No, he stayed out. I was like, okay, no, not mine.
Matt and Paga. Matt and Paga down the start finish straight. Matt looking really close to the back of Paga. He's surely going to make the move and the run down to turn 1. Paga, the Dutchman, goes defensive to the inside. Matt, who's getting promoted to ILR1 next season, trying to prove a point. He's going to go round the outside of Paga, and can he complete the move? He can. As I said earlier, oh no!
Yeah, neither one of them would yield.
Yeah, Paga never likes to yield, we know that. The Dutchman just likes to keep his foot in, and he kept his foot in there and kept his car in 9th place. But for how much longer? Man up the inside, and Matt Tibbers takes 9th place. Beautiful stuff, good racing, and it's 9th place for the British driver, and the ILR1 bound driver puts on a show. What do you make of that one, Jamie?
That was a brilliant move. As Paga tries to go look back down the inside, but he's not going to have the traction, is he? But both of them are actually still on the same tires, so this is just a straight out battle. But what a move by Matt. Around the outside, and then down the inside towards turn 4. Brilliant. Got the grip that he needed and shot off to that corner. That was brilliant.
Yeah. He asked questions of Paga. Paga was answering them, but he couldn't answer the final one. And Matt pops up into 9th place.
Out of a P4. Whoa!
Into 9th. And we got a real battle there, brewing for P4, 5, and 6.
Oh, someone's off.
Oh!
Someone's off.
Michelangelo out!
Oh,
of the race
what?
of champions!
That was a lag spike.
Contenders.
That was a lag spike.
And we think it was a lag spike.
Yeah, because he shot into Silent Assassin's back, but there was no lag from the two of them. What in the world?
Oh, yeah. And the Greek god, his race of champions, comes to a close at the halfway stage. Silent Assassin in the pits, but Michelangelo, the big story, after 14 laps. The Greek driver is out, the left front folded up over the chassis on that Sauber car, and we believe it was a lag spike out of the Grand Prix. Michelangelo, a real shame, Jamie.
Real shame. Damn. And Flexi is doing a super soft strategy. Well then.
Strange one, but Flexi thinks he can make it work. So he's back out on track on the the soft tyre. Can he climb up into the points? Certainly going to be one to watch. These stats now, 7.5 seconds advantage over Cliffy in second. Then it's Silent Assassin in third. And what a race he's had. Has he stopped? Yes, he has stopped.
Yeah, he's stopped.
Jamie.
But he's doing a 2-stop though, I believe.
Yeah, I think
so he's
right. But he will be coming back through though, Jamie. He's certainly going to be one to watch.
I think Silent Assassin is, but him and Ritson are actually really close, and both of them are technically racing each other because both of them still have to make another stop. Yeah.
So Ritson doing a fine job as well, you could say.
Yeah, I think if you're on for someone like Ritson who's on the mediums, I think the best tire to go to is the softs, and not to just overstretch the mediums until you get to the super softs. I think pitting around like laps 18 is probably the best count to go for the softs.
It depends, Jamie. If he can hold up the likes of, if he can hold the cars behind him up, I don't think there's any reason why he shouldn't try it.
Yeah, because I mean he's in a good position because a lot of the cars behind him too have to pit again. I mean technically there's only behind him there's ZR Mercedes, Shimasi, Matt, Paga, It's Me, and Lassan and Paul, I guess technically, that are within a shoot of jumping him. But I don't know. You never know. Going for the softs, he might come back on some of these drivers. But he's going to have his mirrors full, though, for the next couple of laps, I'll tell you that much. He's got ZR Mercedes and Shimasi behind him.
Well, it will be one to watch. It's going to keep make for exciting racing. But as you say, Jimmy, you think lap 18, maybe a little bit longer if he wants to go to the super softs. Can he keep them back? Because ZR Mercedes, as you say, Shimasi there too.
I think it's best to go lap 18 and then go to the softs. Because if you're trying to go for the super softs, you take the mediums way too long, and then you start losing time.
But couldn't 11 laps work on fresh super softs? A fresh set?
To be fair, a fresh set can do 10 laps. Yeah, 10 11 laps in that. So I mean, you could go to like 19, 20.
He's defensive now.
Oh, here we go.
He's pulling alongside him. Ritson trying his best to hold him back. He really could do with doing it, but unfortunately he doesn't have the grip or the tires to do so. And then a Mercedes can set about chasing Silent Assassin. So now Ritson switches his attention to behind to Shimasi, who was running up in second earlier on. His race is kind of unfolded a little bit, and now a podium looks like a struggle, to be honest, because then a Mercedes and Cliffy are occupying those places now.
I think Cliffy needs to stop again, whereas Shimasi doesn't. That's the thing. I think Shimasi is legitimately racing ZR Mercedes.
Yeah. Well, here we go then. He's going out the final corner and across the line on Ritson. He could do with getting this move done. He doesn't want ZR Mercedes disappearing off into the distance. Ritson does feel the need to defend.
Oh, who's that coming out?
So here we go, right on the outside. That was Corey coming in. And now, is he going to complete the move? He's going to have the traction, surely. And Shimasi does go ahead of Ritson. Down 1 to 6 goes the returning Ritson, unable to fend off those guys on those Fisher tyres. 16 laps he's been on those now, Ritson, and he has to take them a further 2 to really think about putting on any sort of tyre.
Yeah, I think I'd say a further 2 for the softs. I mean, even a 1 to be honest for the softs, but like maybe 2 or 3 for the super softs. So it really depends on how he's feeling in that car.
Meanwhile, Jamie, further down the field, the battle continuing to rage on between the likes of Owen Wyatt, Flexi, Paul, It's Me. They've been having a great battle all race long, haven't they?
Oh yeah, it's good to see that the ILR2 and the ILR3 guys are actually putting on such good battling in the midfield. I think that's the highlight for me is in this race. Seeing as ILR1 guys are just a bit too quick.
Yeah, they sure are, and it's good to see the likes of Owen from ILR3, you've got Flexi from ILR2, you've got Paul from ILR2, you've got an ILR2 champion in there battling as well. They're all in their own little scrap, and it's good to see. And it has, I have to agree with you, been the most exciting battle.
Oh, Paga's dead. He's in the wall.
Oh, Paga's off.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
the entire front wheel, the suspension just crumbled. How's he lost it there then?
He must have been in contact with someone.
I don't know, maybe just too much power or something. Yeah, he's in the wall. That's that done. Get the curtains out.
Well,
there's a silent assassin
might
in
as
the
well
pits.
draw the curtains.
So is
He is
Cliffy.
not going to win the Race of Champions either. So game over. We've got pit stops, as you say, Jamie. Cliffy and Silent Assassin in the pits. Cliffy
Cliffy
and
new
Silent
wing.
Assassin's having to be held. Of course, Silent Assassin being held because he's
That
got 5
5
second
second.
penalty, and he only gets service now. So his great race up to this point has been severely compromised, and he's going to be right outside the top 10, way down the field.
That's going to be a huge battle for possibly P9, P10. Because Flexi's not pulling... Flexi's actually even P8 because they're going to come up behind Owen. Because Silent Assassin and VRT Cliffy have a fresh set of tires. I can see them closing that gap to that group of cars really quick. They just need to clear Lasan Gaming, who's 3 seconds behind It's Me. But that's a real hot battle up there for P8.
Be even more than that, Jamie, because when Ritson comes in as well, he's yet
Yeah, he'll be in that group of cars as well.
So P7 arguably. So it's going to be fantastic. So you're going to have the likes of Owen Wyatt, Flexi, Paul, It's Me, Lasan, and then the pit stopping of Cliffy and Silent Assassin coming back through the field, and then Ritson as well. So one to watch. But where will Ritson rejoin?
The thing is, I think it might be beneficial for Ritson to go for the super soft, seeing as just how slow Owen's going. Especially trying to go around the outside of turn 11, can he nail him? Owen pushes him off the side of the track, and yeah, he slots right back behind him. That was really close. That could have honestly ended up
everywhere.
Oh, he's all over that gearbox, shifting the gears for him.
All over the gearbox on Owen Wyatt, and he is shifting the gears for him. I tell you what, he's going to put alongside him now and let him know what gear he should be in, because he's about to take that 8th place away from Owen Wyatt side by side into the final corner.
Oh, that's very dangerous. Be careful. Oh, even more contact.
Fucking battles here. ILR3 and ILR2 doing battle, and it's ILR2 who comes out on top. But Owen Wyatt has gone to the
Neither of them did DRS. Paul's going to attack them both. Here comes Paul.
Look at this.
It's 3 wide in turn 1.
Oh,
Paul on the outside.
He's going to try and pick up the pieces. Flexi holds on. He battles hard and takes 8th place away. Owen Wyatt loses 2 places.
Oh, yeah.
Owen Wyatt with a nightmare, a couple of corners. Flexi mugs the pair of them, and it's up into 8th place.
Look at
Paul on the inside. They bang wheels with his foot. It's me to pass Paul as well.
Oh, Paul must be fuming in that cockpit. I don't know how he managed.
Will be.
Oh man.
A little chop from Owen Wyatt, and that was that. 2 positions lost for Paul McGuinness. Owen goes through, and It's Me goes through. As soon as Paul looked like he was pouncing on Owen Wyatt, he ends up losing a couple of places.
Yeah.
So Flexi, the big winner, up into 8th place, Owen down to 9th. It's Me now 10th, and Paul is 11th, and that is going to allow Lassat and Cliffy, Silent Assassin, to come flying back at these guys, and it's all helping Ritson as well, because he'll be liking this. And surely Ritson will be in at the end of this lap, Jenny, for a set of super soft tyres.
Yeah, he's got to be in this lap now because he needs to negate. Because I mean, Flexi's cleared Owen now, even though Owen's actually still right behind him. This group of cars is still very close, so it might be best now for Ritson to pit as Lasan Gaming and Cliffy. Yep, Cliffy's caught Lasan an array of nods. Oh man, he's on a flyer. Yeah, he's passed him already.
Flying past. Ritson hasn't pitted, but he has been overtaken by Matt. I don't know why Ritson never pitted. And Matt Tibos now up into 4th place, a memorable drive by the soon-to-be ILR1 driver, Jamie, doing a fine job.
What an incredible drive. As Billy's in. So wow, there's gonna be a lot of cars battling here in a minute, mate.
Oh, Owen Wyatt and Paul.
Oh, they make contact.
Yeah, Owen Wyatt went for a spin. I don't know who hit him into it.
And now here comes Cliffy.
Going side by side with them. And Owen Wyatt's going to be limping here. He's going to end up pushing Cliffy White here with that damaged wing, I would think. He goes slow enough. More contact. And that's going to allow Lassat to go back into the battle. Very scrappy. Cliffy
silly
up to
driving
9th,
there.
down to 10th.
Oh, here goes Brandon and Owen. Whoa! Clumsy driving there by
Brandon.
Owen.
And Brandon goes through as well, having to take off the racetrack to complete it, but he's through anyway. Owen limping back to the pit. Silent Assassin is going to be next on his case, and he will take Owen too. Owen's going to have to pit, and his chances of any sort of award for racing here is going to be finished. No top 10 finish, which is probably what a lot of these guys are going to be targeting. It might mean nothing, but if you're in ILR2 and ILR3 and you're finishing in the top 10 of Race of Champions, it's certainly good for your CV, isn't it, Jamie?
Oh yeah. The gap's starting to open up a bit. I'd assume it would close though very soon. Oh, Shimasi is
Silent
caught up to...
Assassin.
What's up? Oh, Silent Assassin.
Silent Assassin's now past Owen, who's crawling back. What were you going to say there? Shimasi catching Zero?
Yeah, that gap is... I feel that gap has been working inwards. Been 7 tenths. I remember there was a car that got in between them. I can't remember who it was. But okay, where does Ritson come out though? That's a good question. Let's see.
Ritson's going to come out outside the top 10, I think. Around Wami, maybe?
Yeah, I think pitting sooner may have been a better bet. There's going to be quite a bit.
Hard ask now, tall order.
Yeah, because behind Silent too. Oh, he's behind Wimmy as well. And Billy. Oh, they're going to go side. No, okay, he's just ahead of Billy. It kind of was it.
For the likes of Ritson and Billy to come charging back at those guys now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a nass, seeing as Wimmy is 7 seconds behind Silent too. I mean, Ritson's obviously going to be very quick, but we'll see how how that pans out for him. There's Shimasi's still behind ZR Mercedes here. The gap is now it's fluctuating around 8 tenths of a second, and Matt's doing a solo job, but 5 seconds behind. Flexy's doing a solo job too in 5th place, and so is It's Me. You know, those guys are battling down in like 13th initially. Now they're well up the grid. I don't know how that's happened, but solo drive from the pair of those guys. Even Pole's up there too. But now Cliffy's caught him at a rate of knots though. He's only 4 tenths behind on the fresh set of sauce.
Cliffy. I think the likes of Cliffy and maybe even Silent, even with that 5-second penalty, might be coming back at the likes of Flexi soon. And It's Me. But he's going to have, first of all, Cliffy's going to see about dealing with Paul. He's going to go side by side with Paul. And on those fresher tyres, already completing the move. Paul trying his best to hold him off, but there's nothing he can do. And it's all about whether Cliffy can now get It's Me Flexi in the next couple of laps. But Jamie, we've got 8 laps to go. Could you name a driver of the day? Can you go no further than D-Stas?
I really want to say Matt, driver of the day, in my honest opinion. I think he's been doing such a solid drive. I mean, with B-Stats was kind of expected. But at least with Matt, he's doing a solid drive in 4th place. And he gets my vote for driver of the day. If I had to go for a second candidate, it would be probably Flexi. And the third candidate would probably be It's Me.
Okay, well, interesting stuff there. I would probably go with Matt as well as my main driver of the day. I would then say B-Stas and probably Flexi or It's Me, whoever wins that little battle between those two, because
it looks like it's
done a fine job. But B-Stas and Matt have been the best too. Cliffy is flying though, isn't he?
Yeah, Flexi's going up a lot of positions. Flexi thinking he's going up 11 positions this race.
Yeah, Flexi's done really well, but I'm going to look at Silent Assassin attacking Lasan. Even with that 5-second penalty, it's a case of what might have been for him. He could have been much higher up this order.
Oh,
at this stage, probably battling with Cliffy, but here goes Silent Assassin on the inside of Lasan Gaming. The ILR3 champion is about to be overtaken by an ILR3 race driver challenger, and through goes Silent Assassin. Great move, Jamie.
Still side by side. Nah, he gets moved down. Brilliant job. Whoa, Brandon almost. Nah, it's not lagging my screen, so good. Well, yeah, Silent.
Shimasi, look at Shimasi now, 3 tenths. 5 tenths. 5
tenths, yeah, 3 tenths. He needs to get that straight line speed though. People don't realize that if you drive over that curb at turn 3, it shoots you off like a railroad track. So I noticed none of the drivers have been doing that, which is, I guess, good to see. But Shimasi needs to get. Maybe he's just struggling with straight line speed because he's been within a second of ZR Mercedes, so like the last 5 laps. So maybe he just doesn't have the straight line speed, or maybe he's just trying to work his way back up. I don't know. Oh, Cliffy's caught Flexi so quick.
Cliffy is absolutely flying, and he's going to surely take that 5th place away from Flexi with absolute ease, I would think.
Yeah.
So Cliffy now attacking the back of Flexi. 8 tenths between them, half a second now. It's going to come down and down and down very quickly. But I want to stick with Shimasi here. He keeps getting closer and closer to ZR Mercedes. And that battle for second ain't decided yet. I think we'll go to Cliffy first, because I think that may will be happening rather soon, possibly on the exit of this corner. The RS now open for Cliffy. He's got superior traction, superior grip on those tyres. Here we go. Cliffy should see him pass, not just yet. What about on the exit of this corner as they climb the hill? A little bit of oversteer, a little bit of dirty air for Cliffy to contend with. But it looks like Flexi is going to cling on for the moment. But what about Shimasi crossing the line, Jamie? Here we go. Around 4 and a bit tenths between them.
No, he just doesn't have the power.
He just doesn't have the straight line speed.
Yeah.
You would think there's a Honda engine in that right now, not next season.
Yeah.
Shimasi gets close, but not close enough to get past ZR Mercedes, and he's really starting to frustrate Shimasi quite some bit. Oh, look at this now, Cliffy, right on the back. of Flexi, and he's going to be forced to the outside. Flexi defending as hard as he can. Can Flexi break really late and cover that off?
No.
The outside is favourable, and the outside works again. And Cliffy is up into 5th place. He's now got 12.5 seconds to catch.
He's going to defend very hard from Flexi though. Unless Flexi tries to break late and go around the outside.
No way.
No. Don't want the good to do that. I think that's what one of Flexi's weaknesses is, giving a bit too much space to turn 1. Because with both Cliffy and Beastas, he could have broken a lot later into turn 1 just to force him off a bit. Just be a bit more aggressive.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's not worked out for him, and Cliffy goes through, but he is still holding on to that solid 6th place. That's to me around 2 seconds back. He's keeping him at arm's length. Keeping Paul as well around a second back from that, and then you've got Silent Assassin on a charge, and he will surely try and threaten the top 6 in the closing laps on his fresh tyres. So here we're one to watch as the laps tick back on lap 24 now, or 29. It is Bisas in control. He's got a 14.5 second lead out in front from Senna Mercedes in second.
Look at this.
He's now got Shimasi closer than he's ever been before.
Yeah, here we go.
Right behind him. What about this time? DRS open again.
Oh, still.
Is he gaining? Not really. Not really catching at all.
I don't know what's going on when he exits out of that corner. I don't know if it's differential or what. Because he was very close, but he just lost all his time on the start of the straight. He has a good run this time.
Then Mercedes just puts in the middle of the road and leaves Shimasi indecisive in what way to go. And then Mercedes defending well where he needs to. So what about down the hill? This is where Shimasi you would think had straight line and speed advantage. Now can he die to the inside here?
Oh, he should have faked it. You should have faked it to the inside.
He faked it.
Yeah.
He didn't. And then Mercedes holds his position, but Shimasi looking really racy now behind him and starting to really threaten that runners-up spot in the Race of Champions. That state, out of the corner they go. DRS opened up again for Shimasi, closing, but not
enough.
Or anywhere near enough to get close enough to ZR Mercedes. But that looks like the best battle on track at the moment as they climb the hill. It's Red Bull against Toro Rosso. Through that long sweeping right-hander. And Jamie, I don't know about you, but I certainly think the best chance Shimasi seems to have is into that first of the 2 hairpins in the middle sector, isn't it?
Yeah, he just needs to get a really good run and be a lot more aggressive. I mean, he's got to go. He's got to make up his mind, go to the inside or go around the outside, because the ZR Mercedes keeps putting his car right in the middle of the track. As 2 good battles on track. As Pole slips off. It's me and Silent Assassin's all over the back of Pole. Here we go. Shimasi is still too far back.
He will die for the inside, trying to threaten ZR Mercedes. That wasn't quite aggressive, but it was certainly getting on the edge of aggressive.
Oh, but ZR Mercedes had both of them had a poor run.
Both of them got a poor run, but still Shimasi the better. Is he going to try and sweep round the outside? He may have the chance to. ZR Mercedes blocks in the middle of the road. This time Shimasi dies.
And caught it. That's naughty driving by ZR Mercedes. You can't change directions multiple times because he went to the inside, back to the outside, then angled towards the inside again.
I'm not sure. I think he went.
The thing is, when someone defends, yeah, but with the last lap, when someone defends their line against somebody and the person goes to the outside, you can't go back to the racing line, which is what I was going to point out last lap. But I mean, Shimasi didn't get close enough. But I mean, you can't. I don't know. That's close. That's very close.
If it was me, I think it would be okay. Just.
The contact though was a bit.
They come back.
I don't know.
Yeah, contact, and Shimasi ends up the worse off. It might go to the steers, I don't think it will, but it will be one to watch. But Paul, Silent Assassin, It's Me, Flexi, they're all having a little duel, and the lower reaches of the top 10. Flexi alone in 6th, I should say, but It's Me has got company very quickly coming on to him. Silent Assassin's already cleared Paul, and as we suspected, he is going to be chasing It's Me down in the closing laps on a charge on those medium tyres after that pit stop. And now It's Me under real pressure. That 5-second penalty, that really has been a kick in the teeth for Silent Assassin.
Yeah.
Top 6 could on the cars, but not anymore.
Because he'd have been right up there with Cliffy, to be honest.
Maybe a little bit back from him, but certainly.
Yeah, a little bit back, yeah, but yeah.
So I'll give it a man as well. We've got to get out to Silent Assassin, raced in ILR 3 and really showing up well here against some ILR 1 and 2 drivers, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Especially when you consider how well he's driven against Cliffy, but also
oh my God.
Shout out to Matt too.
That rear end from Silent Assassin all over the track. What was going on there?
wasn't ideal at all. That's not what you want.
Yeah.
And maybe the tyres are starting to go on that car. And is this looking like 8th place and no better for Silent Assassin? It's certainly the closest battle on track. Shamassi's closed again on Zera Mercedes, got it under the second. But the thing for the Murray Walker, it's one thing catching up, another thing overtaking, and that is certainly the case for Shamassi this afternoon, isn't it, Jamie?
Oh yeah, I think he'll be very aggressive though this time. I feel like if he does get within DRS, he's only got so many laps left to do it though.
Well,
Speed fast pumps in the fastest lap. Jeez.
Wow, he's just a machine, isn't he, Jamie? He's been the perfect season, the world champion, and now we're going to wrap up the Race of Champions. And as I said, it's the League and Cup double, you could call it. And ILR1 champion continuing his dominance of the series. So here we go. Silent Assassin this time again up behind It's Me as they come round the penultimate corner and along the penultimate straight towards the final corner. Is he going to dive up the inside? Nope.
No. Oh! Did change his mind the last second.
Get a little look, but here we go. It's Me again under pressure. Silent Assassin in the slipstream opens the DRS, pulls alongside in the Sauber. It's Me surprisingly not getting all that defensive.
Yeah.
Probably because he knew his fate, and through goes Silent Assassin with relative ease up into 7th place.
Easy as that.
Easy, Jamie, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Callum's tires are gone. He doesn't even have the traction to pull out of that corner either. And so now it's, can Silent Assassin hunt down Flexi? I don't know.
I think he'll have a half a chance. 1.7 between them. He might just get to Flexi, who's beginning to struggle more than I thought on those soft tyres. And Silent Assassin still does fancy a chance at the top 6.
Yeah, the thing is though, Flexi, he did one stop super soft, so I'd expect his tires not to hold out. I feel like he should have gone for the memes because they're a lot more consistent of a tire.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. He should have went for a medium tyre, and unfortunately Flexi chose not to. And in the end, Jamie, it's what it's done to him is, okay, the one stop was the way to go, but it's meant by doing the tyre choice that he has, the end of his first stint was compromised, and now he's about to find out
he's compromised his second one. Yep. He's compromised both his stints.
Yeah, Silent Assassin's going to be right on him now, isn't he?
I think he may not have been further up the grid, but maybe further up in time, because what he did 14 laps on the super softs, and then he's going to do what, 15 on the soft, 15, 16 on the softs. He's pushed those super softs very well though. That's really far. I think Silent's going to get him.
Yeah, he did take them very well. He did a good job in that sense, but strategy-wise,
oh, what's going on back there? It's 3 cars going side by side. That's Lasan, Woman, and Billy. And I think Woman's going to go around the outside of Lasan Gaming into turn 1. They've made contact. They've made contact, bits and pieces.
Billy fancies the final point. Billy now pulls alongside Wammy, and the Northern Irishman under pressure here. He's trying to attack the ILR3 champion Brandon in front. He's got his eyes on that. He dives up the inside. Billy's going to take the pain on the air, is he? He gets past Brandon, and now switches attention to Wammy and Brandon on the penultimate lap.
Oh, more bits and pieces.
And drops to 12.
Jeez, I think it was overly aggressive. It's Billy looked out the inside of Woman.
He's done it.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done it. And It's Me's just right there. Oh man. Oh no!
He must have done something.
He must have done something. It's off the road. There's problems with the Red Bull. There's problems with the Red Bull.
3 wide.
It's 3 wide.
3 wide.
Oh, there's contact. There's contact on the back straight.
Billy trying to get involved.
Surely not.
Now. It's Me now 10th. Billy having a look now on the inside of It's Me.
It's Me around the both of them.
Cling on. How did he cling on to that?
What?
And he holds on to 9th place with some incredible driving around the outside.
Oh, Billy! It's 3 wide! It's going to end in tears. Yep, it's going to end in tears. That was naughty driving. That was naughty driving.
It's now going to be 9th.
Whoa, nearly contact on the back straight. What's going on here? Is he going to look down the inside of Billy? Yes, he does.
He does it. He does it.
He's going to get done. He's going to get absolutely done, though. He's going to, he's going to get done.
Yeah.
That was utter chaos. I don't know what Billy was doing there. He just left the brakes way too late. I think that's what happened.
Assassin is past Flexi up in front.
Yeah, he's got the grip down on Flexi.
Passes Flexi, but that was utter chaos down there. Billy tried something. And but what about Shamassi? Oh, he's dropped back to 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's dropped back.
Down to 4/10. He must have just made a mistake there. And so Mercedes is through, but we need to go to Pistache, Jamie. Yep. He's on the final lap. He's coming down to the final corner. Your ILR1 champion is now going to complete what you could call a league and cup double. The ILR1 champion is the Race of Champions champion. He wins in Bahrain in the season finale. The fireworks go off all around the circuit. The celebrations for the ILR1 champion.
Oh, they're still battling. Sorry. They're going side by side in turn 10. I think Women's blown the brakes. Absolutely blown the brakes. He's opening the sand. That's going to allow Ismi to go side by side with a Woman as they go up to turn 11. Is Ismi going to have a traction and a bit of lag? Women holds his line, cuts the corner. It's going to allow Ismi to go around the outside. They're going to go side by side through turn 12 up towards 10-13. Oh, this contact! They're side by side. Women backs off though. Oh man, what was going on there? Oh,
it's second, Shimasi third, Matt fourth, Cliffy fifth, and Sam Assassin sixth. Flexi going to be home 7th, Paul 8th, Billy 9th, and what about this one for 10th, 11th, and 12th? Lisanne looks saving all at 10th place. What on the inside of it? No way through, and it's me. It's there's a run out of here.
Is he going to have a run into the defense towards the pit wall? Oh, he's out of the race! What? It's out of the race! Oh no! Did he cross the? Yeah, he crossed the line. Lucky man. Oh.
Wow.
Well then.
R.I.P. Worley. Owen Wyatt is going to be 13th. Ritson 14th.
Ritson disaster class as well.
Siege is in the wall as well on the line, right next to Wammy's car.
Oh man.
Well, that's an explosive end to an ILR season if you've ever seen one. Wow. Wow. Jesus.
Oh man. I've got to say though, there's one thing I do like about the ILR2, ILR3 drivers. The racing is just ridiculous.
Well, there's Pistas. He celebrates another brilliant result. He is the Race of Champions winner and the ILR1 champion. 2 big trophies to take home from this season. And we move on to season 3 in ILR. We've got ILR 1, 2, 3 and 4 lineups confirmed, and we're now going to tell you in a few moments time which team everyone's going to be driving for. But a fantastic race, well done to Pistas, and of course Zena Mercedes second and Shimasi home third. There you go, there's the full round up. Pistas winning, Zena Mercedes second, Shimasi third. Driver of the day, Jimmy, Matt in fourth?
Yeah, Matt's the driver of the day for me.
Matt fourth. Yep. Well done to Matt. Cliffy fifth, 6th for Silent Assassin, another great effort from him. Flexi home 7th from his 16th place starting position. Paul McGuinness was 8th, Lisanne was 9th, and Billy controversially home in 10th. It's me 11th, Wammy 12th, and Owen Wyatt 13th, and I had a mental battle in the final lap. Richard was 14th, Frisky CG was 15th, and that was that. Incredible race. That rounds off season 2 in ILR, and we move on to season 3. And Jack Gooding, I believe you're back, you've joined us. We're all set for the lineups, aren't we? And which team everyone's going to be driving for, starting with ILR 4 in a few moments' time.
I think he said he was eating, so we'll give him a second.
Sorry. Okay.
Alright, well, let's find these lineups.
Yep, let's have a look at these lineups. Congratulations to Pistas though on the victory here tonight. He is the Race of Champions winner in Bahrain, and of course the world champion in ILR1. Odds-on favourite picks up the victory as you would expect. So let's have a little look. See if we can find these driver lineups. We'll give everyone a quick chance to catch their breath from that before we announce these lineups. But Jamie, some interesting teams here, and
make me think of it.
To announce them. Well, we have a little start there, Jamie. Will we start with ILR 4? Do you want to read us through that one?
Where's the bloody thing? Oh, it's right there. Sorry, there. Okay, I found it.
Oh, there it is.
New
letter. It's in the commentary box desk.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. I was looking at the wrong group chat.
Next to the donuts.
Next to the donuts. Yeah, I'll never get this piece of paper out, maybe. Alright, mate. So who do we got here? We've got one of the best looking cars on the grid, in my opinion, the Toro Rosso. We've got Baza in Randoms 369. They're going to be teaming up in the Toro Rosso for ILR 4 next season. Do you want me just to read through this, I guess, or what?
Yeah, read through and go.
Alright, cool. We've got Kokowicz, I guess. Kokowick? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Kokowicz and TGIP plays 7. Interesting piece on that. They're going to be teaming up in the Honda-powered McLaren next season. So get in, fellas. Bring it home for McLaren. In the Haas, we've got Illusions OMG and Danscar 1302. So I like the Haas. The Haas looks like a very nice car, especially after the livery update. What a car. And in my favorite car, one of my favorite cars, I guess, maybe second favorite, I don't know. We've got Zexer and Little Piece, and they'll be driving in the Renault next season. So get in, fellas. Renault, what a car. Next season, we've also got the Mercedes duo of Jacko and Mr. Crumpet. So they're going to be racing Mercedes for the second season in a row, but they'll be doing it in ILR4 this time. In the Red Bull, we've got Y Racer and Robo Jeep. So get in, fellas. Have a strong season. And just reading these off too, I really honestly have no clue who's gonna win the constructors. In the Sauber, we've got Ivy Pollard, and the Crazy Flying Rob. So that's gonna be an interesting partnership. In the Williams,
What's up to his name?
What's up? Oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah. In the Williams, I've got Aussie 0404, Aussie 0404. An MK Born 2000, they'll be in the Williams outfit. In the Ferrari, we've got what? I don't know, man. That looks like something you'd put together in your sleep. ISD NHYS 2104 and Apex Senna. So they're gonna be in the Ferrari together next season. Get in, fellas. And we've got one of my favorites here, Rinky Morris and Wace 77. They're gonna be driving in the Pink Panther Force India next season. So get in, fellas. That's your lineups for ILR4, and I honestly have no clue who's gonna pull a constructors championship out of that. Looks.
Well, I'm quite looking at Jamie. It's difficult to say. I mean, a lot of those names
are very new.
We don't really know them.
Yeah, exactly. They're very new.
So they went to ILR4 with a little bit of unknown. So that's going to be really exciting for the guys commentating on that one to try and pick out the best drivers in the early stages of that one. But yeah, certainly one to watch. The one that jumps off the page to me, Jamie, has got to be Crumpet and Jacko. We know them very well, so they've been a solid team. They work well together. So we'll see how they go for Mercedes. But we'll move on now to ILR3, and I'll read these ones off to you. So starting off with the Ferrari, the Italian team, we've got IS Gloom Iggy and TNB Wazi teaming up together. A couple of interesting usernames there. But those two are teaming up in the Ferrari. Then in the Pink Panther, as Jamie calls it, the Force India car, you got Nicolo and Carl Meds. Those two, of course, ILR veterans. Yes. And Nicolo and Carl Meds, they'll be teaming up. That'll be an interesting team. Then in the Haas car, we've got Danny 420 and Selenex. Of course, another couple of guys we know quite well. McLaren, we've got Kaksayak. Oh, goodness me. Kaksayak and Dan Gartis teaming up. Dan Gartis new to the league, but I know him quite well myself, so those guys teaming up in the McLaren. Then it's the Mercedes duo of Audio Griller and Ritson at 97. Now that is an interesting team that we want to watch. Red Bull, Owen Wyatt and Ben LFC 02. Then in the Renault, it is, of course, your very own Jack Gooding, and I don't know who the hell that is. Who's that idiot? King MJJ? Who's that idiot? Why is he in ILR3? Should he not be in ILR4?
Alright, next.
Anyway, Sauber, Cloudy Balloons, and the Joker 35. Then it's Toro Rosso, it's Coyle, and Mr. Stim. And then in the Williams team, it is, of course, Lilliard and Goody 2K7. Jamie, who's your standout pairing there? Certainly not the Renault one, that's for sure.
Okay, one Janekin, mate. I'm not too sure, though. That's really a tough one to call, too. Because a lot of the fast drivers are paired up with people I don't know too well, and there's a lot of people I actually don't know at all. So that one's really tough to call, honestly. I don't want to say anything. I feel like if the Mercedes duo sweat a bit, that's a strong look. Even the Haas one of Danny and Sir Linux, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know how to call that one.
I think the Audio Gorilla and Ritson pairing is the one that jumps out the page to me. If they sweat, I think they could be on the pace. They could be right up there.
Oh, yeah.
That jumps off the page to me. I'm also interested to see what Mr. Stim can do. We know he can be quick, but he's on running no assist this season. So as the season goes on, how will he go? And he's paired with a guy we don't really know, Coyle 8. So going to be one to watch. Jamie, we go on to ILR2 now, and you reading those out?
All right, let's do it. Yes, Toro Rosso. We've got Paul McGuinness, very own Paul McGuinness, and the Matter. They'll be driving the Toro Rosso outfit. We've got Pagani 092 and DNA Joe, who's coming up from ILR3. They'll be racing for the McLaren team. We've got Billy 1704 and Voltex Void, who was Void's COD. But those two will be pairing together in the Haas outfit. I've got X4 Sticks 13 and Lukey Luke. They'll be driving on the French manufacturer Renault. In the Mercedes, we have AVR Jake and Flexi. In the Red Bull, I've got Hellboy and Leo Blade. I raced with those two before in PSF1, so that's gonna be a nice pairing. In the Sauber, I've got Acorn 95 and Phil Bargewell. In the Williams, this is looking like a strong pairing. It's going to be Corey and Paga together in the Williams. That's an easy constructors. In the Ferrari, we've got Women and Silent and Assassin. Actually, that could be that's a really good pairing too, in the Ferrari outfit. And in the Pink Panthers, we've got Liam Robo and George XX13. So who sticks out to you most in that one? Probably,
I have to agree with you said there, the Williams pairing of Corey and Paga. I think that sticks out. Wami Silent, a good pairing too. Liam Robble moving down from top tier into ILR2, so he'll be one to watch alongside George. Solid pairing there. We know Flexi can be quick. We don't really know AVR Jake well. We don't know Hellboy. I don't know Hellboy well. Maybe you could touch on Red Bull quickly, Jamie. Hellboy, Leo Blade. Thoughts on that one?
That's a tough one because like they're rapid on F1 2016, but like Hellboy kind of lost his head a bit, and I haven't seen him being that quick. I haven't seen him finish a race at all yet. I know Leo Blade is still practicing with the no assist, but he's getting quicker and quicker. I think he won a race too, didn't he? I can't remember. But he's stepping up a bit. Yeah. So I feel like if Hellboy steps up a bit, I think that could be also a good-looking pairing. Probably a Red Bull. In the best world, probably a Red Bull versus Williams versus Ferrari for the constructors.
Well, it will be one to watch, but at the moment, I'd say the bookie's favourite is Corey and Paga at Williams. But now we move on, of course, to the big one, the ILR1 lineup. And goodness gracious me, this jumps out the page immediately.
My head's
what
gone.
The hell is going on
My
here?
head's
You've got the
actually
Toro
gone.
Rosso team of Bistas and Lewis. Bistas and Lewis are pairing up in the Toro Rosso next season. Goodness me, they might as well just hand them the championship now and let them squabble over it. What a team pairing that is. Then it's McLaren, it's Michelangelo. We know he's no slouch. Alongside him is another quick driver in Zalin, so that'll be another one to watch. Really good pairing there at McLaren. In the Haas team, it is It's Me, who's been promoted up to ILR1. He's teaming up with Bulletproof for next season. And in the Renault, it's Hungry Tadpoles and Zera Mercedes. A strong pairing there. Should be hoping to push up through the field with some consistent results. Then it's Mercedes, pairing of Michael Davis, your Season 1 champion, with Hayden alongside. Red Bull sees Frisky CJ team up with Cliffy. That's a strong pairing as well, considering CJ's championship position. He seems to always bring the car home with some sort of point score, so a good team there. Then you look at the Sauber team, Matt 32575, and Matt's performance today shows that he will be quick. An ILR2 driver moving up to ILR1, and he's joined by an ILR3 driver moving up to ILR1. The Sauber team completed by Brandon, Lisanne Gaming, and the other Sauber. Then it's the Williams team. You've got Johnny R95 alongside him, Voltex Falcon. We know how quick Falcon can be. Can he finally pick up some victories? And then, of course, the pairing from the ULC Championship for the ILR guys. It's Shimasi and Ace of Pace teaming up. And I'm sure they'll be having some good fun. And the Ferrari. And the final pairing in the Pink Panther is Lickle Blocks, or Volt X Lickle. And of course, alongside him is Red Jams 22. Now, Jamie, well, I think we all know what pairing stands out in the page most there.
Yeah, that's really interesting that those two decided to team up, seeing as they're both going to be possible race winners. So pit strategy is going to be very interesting. I guess we're going to see a lot of inter-team battling next season, or I don't know. That'd be kind of fun to watch. I mean, shame. I mean, I guess the constructors is kind of already wrapped up, but that's going to be an interesting pairing to watch, though.
Yeah, it's going to have a little bit of a Hamilton-Rosberg edge to it, isn't it? Two teammates battling together. We might see split strategies as a result of that, but certainly next season, Vistas against Lois for the championship will be good. And of course, we know Michael can be quick in that McLaren. There's several drivers out there that will contend for the title. A really exciting league lined up for next season, so we cannot wait. I hope you're all happy with your team choices for the next season, and that rounds it off for Season 2 in ILR. We've had the Race of Champions, we've had the entire season, and we go into the third season very, very soon. You have your ILR 1, ILR 2, ILR 3 and ILR 4 driver pairings and their chosen teams, and that rounds off the stream for tonight. So I think we'll end, Jamie, by saying congratulations to Bistas on his ILR 1 crown, and of course his Race of Champions crown. We'll see you soon for Season 3. Good night.
Unneeded. Get me in bed.